Oh my god! All right, we're finally live.
2:40 in the morning.
It's all on the. It's on the record now, at least.
Thankfully.
All right, now I'm gonna finish making my.
This is, you know what? We can't beat ourselves up too much because we're the product of nature. This is what nature intended. This show, this podcast. It's the.
Oh no, you're not. You were turned down.
Hello.
There you are.
Is this thing on?
It's never been on, Chris.
Hello. Where's the cricket sounds? That's what we need.
Yeah, I got to get.
Right now, we're behind the bar. The bartender's just pouring a million drinks for an unhappy audience.
What do you want? What do you want? You're all getting shots of tequila.
Who's up for a nightcap?
I'll make you anything you want with 2 ingredients or less.
That's right. As long as it's tequila and a glass.
Yeah, glass. Alcohol and glasses. That's all I learned in bartending
That's
school.
right. That's all
What
you
do you
need to
expect
know.
is on the weekends is $50 a session.
Yeah.
What do you think they're going to teach you how to do the Tom Cruise flip and jump crap? Well, I
Well,
look
on the
like
weekend.
Captain America of alcohol. Go fuck yourself.
All the good bartenders are at home.
We got somewhat clean glasses and we got alcohol here.
That's
why
spit
you're
shine
here.
this one. Look, you can see through it.
It's home liquid.
Clean
isn't it?
enough. It's clean enough. You can see through it.
I dried it off with my shirt I've had on for 4 days straight.
Yeah. Anything I spilled on there is dried already. All right. It's fine. I'm just gonna put that there. Whatever.
Yeah, fuck it.
What am I worried about moving things out of the
Nobody,
way?
look, there's no one pays attention to this
and
show.
we haven't started the show yet. I got a half-eaten hot dog right here.
Half-eaten hot dog and
Spicy as hell. It's
alcohol
delicious.
everywhere.
Yeah, all kinds of good stuff.
Some shitty Pringles.
We got some awful Pringles. These are new. They marketed these to me as new,
They
scorching,
taste old.
and they taste
And
like
they ain't hot at all.
it tastes awful. It's
Yeah, they're pretty
scorching
bad.
cheddar.
Avoid. Oh, you didn't tell me the cheddar part. No wonder.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's what's making it taste
Yeah.
like shit.
Yeah.
Cheese is dairy, and therefore it kills the spice.
Ugh,
That's stupid.
fucking morons. Who
Does
thinks
that
of
apply
this?
to powdered cheese?
Powdered cheese being
Because it's not the same as like regular dairy. You know what I mean?
right. Well, it's
I wonder
dried,
if
but
the base is.
that's
how
the
much
difference.
base is
That's the
there.
difference. Whether it's a cheese flavoring.
Because then it's mostly like salt, right? Because it's all preserved. So
Probably.
then it's kind of like salty heat.
Hey, and various chemicals.
That's what they used to call me back in high school.
My nickname, salty heat.
heat.
Most likely to
Why'd
finger
you make
gun
that
the
noise?
president.
That's right.
He's got finger guns. Quick, get him. You got Travis Bickle right there.
Oh
He
man.
tried to kill the president with his fingers. He might have been like an ET kind of powerful
You don't
alien.
know. You don't know what he's shooting out of them fingers.
He could have anything.
Did you ever see that one scary movie where they spoof signs? They pee out of their fingers.
He could have got urine on
Wagging
him.
his finger dicks at the president. We can't have that. Not in America.
Obscene. That's an obscene gesture.
That's right. We have freedom of speech, but not freedom of fingers.
Not in my country.
That's right. Just ask
Freedom
Governor.
of
Just
fingers.
ask Governor Cuomo.
That's not
He's dealing with former Governor Cuomo. I said.
That's a saucy looking lady you got there working for me.
Yeah.
Would be such a shame if I started harassing
Grabbing
her
up on her.
grabbing up on
Let me touch your arm and your leg at the same time to let you know I'm listening.
Maintain
Means
2
I'm
points
listening.
of contact.
That's right. 2 points of contact, so I can throw you in case I ever have to get you into submission.
Let me tell you what. There's no amount of
We
social
ought to start
distancing.
recording.
that
We
can-
got to start. Shut up. Hold on. We got to start. Start the
That's
goddamn
a great
show.
Joke. It's gonna get lost by the time we
No,
start.
keep saying it because the mics are going to be muted. All right, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Yay! And then space.
What does that do? Does that blow your mind?
That just happened.
In the corner, weighing in at 180 pounds.
Darkness, everybody!
You've got a dirty, whorish mouth.
Bunch of fucking amateurs. Am I wrong? No. Am I wrong? Yeah. Okay then.
Hail to the king, baby.
Ah, fuck it, dude.
Let's go, Bull.
You tell anyone about this, I'll fucking kill you.
I'm kidding. We'll come back by tonight. Okay.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt.
And cancel culture, Chris.
Cancel culture,
Cancer culture,
Chris. Chris has cancer all over his
Oh, man,
cultures.
let's hope.
Every culture they've ever taken from Chris contains cancer. It's just looking worse.
Yeah.
It's
It's
a medical
only,
phenomenon.
he is definitely.
And speaking of cancer, one of the things I'd like to cancel, is, which I've said before, is humanity.
Humanity.
We've gone too far. as a
Viruses are
society.
working very hard on that. The Delta
not hard
variant is
enough.
trying their best.
Evolve those
Not hard
strains.
enough.
Evolve them.
Here's what I propose.
Okay.
Just everybody just throws their bombs at everybody. Just throw them all over
Chris,
the place. And
nuclear-
wipe
We're
the whole
not
thing
that
out.
far off. We're not that far off.
Yeah, we're getting there.
I mean, it's
Full-on
really,
nuclear war.
really, the virus is getting in the way of nuclear holocaust.
That's fair.
It's uniting us too much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, that's why the aliens are hanging back. They're like, we aren't going to get involved with this shit. They're going to take care of it for us. We don't have to use
Yeah.
our laser beams.
Just pick up the pieces once we're done.
That's
you know?
it.
We just
It's-
want the water from down there. Once they're all finished killing each other, we'll come down, unradiate the water.
Yep.
And take it back to our home.
They're up there. They're like, they're nudging the world's thermostat just a little bit. It's getting a little hotter and hotter.
Keep poking little
Yeah.
holes in the atmosphere. Greenhouse
Whoops.
effect going.
They won't know. Just shoot an asteroid down there. They'll think it's
We
natural.
got predator camouflage on up here.
As long as we're in the sky, they can't see us. We're just clouds. We're just clouds. We're just clouds.
Just think like a cloud.
That's
Cumulonimbus.
Cumulonimbus. That's it. Well, go ahead, Chris. So you're
What do we cancel?
disgusted with
No,
humanity, just in general.
Yeah, just humanity in general.
Well, that's
I do have a
sufficient.
couple other things that I'd like to cancel before we get to that point.
Okay.
Are either of you familiar with Aikido?
Yes.
The I guess
You
you could call
mean-
it martial arts.
You mean
is
the professional sport of Mr. Steven Seagal?
Steven Seagal.
professional
I'm sure he's a doctor
actor.
somewhere. Doctors,
Dr.
Mr. Doctor
Aikido.
Steven Seagal.
I'm a doctor of martial arts.
That's right.
I'll come here and I'm going to fix those arms for you.
Now, go ahead, Chris.
I
Finish
just
your
beat you
sentence. Finish your sentence because
So
I'm about to throw you over this table. Go ahead.
Now,
With Aikido.
Yeah, with Aikido.
I've been on the face of this earth for 30 years on Thursday.
Yeah, aren't we
And-
afraid of that?
Yeah, and I've just this past weekend I saw Aikido for the first time on the Olympics,
Oh,
Oh, the
And-
Olympics. Okay.
and it was one of the most boring things I've ever seen in my entire
well,
life.
yeah.
It was just two women like grabbing each other's shirt and slapping their hands.
It's
That's
kicking
exactly
each
what
other's
Steven
feet.
Seagal's every Tuesday and
yeah,
Thursday
exactly right.
and Saturday night for Steven Seagal. Is
You should
exactly
see
like that.
him try and make a sandwich.
When he girl slaps his help, but the people cleaning his house,
Man,
they go to the hospital every week.
Yep.
He's got an entire just trust fund set up for their hospital bills.
loving it.
Because when he slaps them,
They stand no chance.
they're like they're like the fucking bags of ice you buy and you got to break them up.
Yeah,
yeah.
throw 'em on
That's
the
what
ground.
they're like at the end.
That's it. Exactly.
I was just thoroughly puzzled by how like that works as a competition. Like
Yeah, as a competition, it's a terrible idea, but in an actual fight, it's a great idea because it's all you have to use the whole concept behind it is using the opponent's momentum against them. And so if you are both aware that you're going to be doing Aikido to each other, someone has to agree to be the force. Otherwise, the other person can't return the force.
Both
otherwise,
just stand still.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
it just looks
exactly.
like two women slapping each other gently.
Exactly right. Just like Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly right. Hey, but he looks like that by himself.
Yeah,
So
right.
yeah,
Yeah, he looks like
he
two
looks
women
like
by
two
himself.
women slapping each other. Yeah,
He most definitely does.
that's his bag.
The problem with Olympic martial arts is that they're so declawed basically.
Yeah.
There really isn't. They're so point oriented. I watched like the Taekwondo finals with this 18-year-old girl from America who was like the winner,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh, that's cool. What's Taekwondo looking like in the Olympics these days?
Probably
And
boring.
it was just
Probably the same as the last 300 years.
pushing with their feet like at each other's heads the whole entire time, and
Yep.
there was no actual strategy or combat happening
No.
at all.
Well, it's because it's the Olympics. Everybody's nervous. So
yeah, where's the
playing
fatalities?
it. Exactly.
I did no head
I'm
skulls
looking
got
for
pulled apart.
spines pulled out of torsos.
I want Shang Tsung to steal somebody's fucking soul when they lose.
It's in Japan, for God's sakes. He could have just come across the ocean. He
He's
lives in the
already
mountains
there.
in China.
He's right there.
Yeah, he's waiting. He's waiting. Yeah, I'll soul. It's mine.
No. He got fifth. He's
Yes,
fine.
yes,
He is getting a consolation prize.
There's a flag.
Next one.
Who is the victor?
Yeah.
I want his soul.
It's no different. It's absolutely no different than when they are throwing skateboarders out of the Olympics for smoking weed. It's like,
Right.
what the fuck do you think is going to happen?
How did
How
this,
do you think they got involved in this in the first place? You
Yeah.
think they want to scrape themselves all up consciously? No, they don't even realize that they're in their body. They're watching this same place you are from the stands.
Looks like they're playing Tony Hawk from what
Exactly.
they
They
can see.
love it. They love it. They're doing the combos. They love the soundtrack. It's all playing in their head.
the soundtrack's going?
Yeah.
It's all early 2000s punk and rock.
They love it. It's what they live for. I don't know. Oh yeah, I got to start the Instagram.
You can't just
thing. I always
like
forget
we
about
can't
that.
just let people have the entirety of their sport. The Olympics are the most boring fucking thing to watch. I saw that the
yeah.
viewership was down I don't know what, like a third of what
Yeah,
what
because
was
people don't wanna
last
catch
time.
COVID.
There's literally like hundreds of thousands of hours of real entertainment that are at people's fingertips.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not 20 years ago when you just have cable.
Exactly right.
you could fit. Yeah, exactly, dude. It's exactly.
Even the gods aren't watching anymore. They're
No,
like,
they're-
I already saw this.
I could
I'm
watch.
watching John Wick 4. All
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Fuck
Come
this.
on, come on.
Honestly, I could watch one episode of I Think You Should Leave over and over again for the duration of the Olympics and be more entertained.
Exactly right.
Just
Yep.
15 minutes
agree.
over and
He
over and
sticks
over
that
again.
landing every time. Every time.
Every coffin flop.
That's right. He got no souls. Oh, it's so wonderful. It never ceases to amaze. But
Across the board, there's every single sport that's represented in the Olympics has a better version
Yeah.
already on television.
On I Think You
right
Should
now. On I Think You Should Leave. Basically, this is an advertisement for I Think You Should Leave.
that's right.
Is there any way that we can get sponsored by a
Oh, man, I
sketch
hope-
comedy show?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I hope there's not like Olympic sketch comedy or anything like that. That would suck all the
No,
fun
I
out of
don't.
that.
Yeah, I don't think they've started that yet. I'm sure they'll include it eventually. I just couldn't believe because they talked about it on the news where they were going to do two. I'm back on the skateboarding thing, by the way.
Okay.
They're doing the. I think they call it basically like where there's like half pipes and all that stuff that there would be at a park.
Yeah.
I don't remember what label they call
Skate
that.
park.
And then the other. That's right. Yeah. And then
Although
the other one they
Vert-
call
the Vert stuff. Vert and Street.
Yeah, street is the other one. Yeah, but it's like simulating these things is not the same as doing these things.
Mhm.
But then again, they do spend all this time building all this stuff. I watched a
Tell
really
that to my skater, my custom skater and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3.
exactly right.
All right.
He knows those.
He's as real as I want him to be.
That's exactly right. And my God, if he doesn't keep me company on a Friday night, you know, playing
No-
the same
No
songs.
company like the company of a virtual version of myself.
Yep. Dust off the old PlayStation.
Burton and Skirtin and
Let the-
Burton and
let
Ernie
the-
and all over
oh,
the place.
yeah.
Let the ancient geometry just beat your eyes.
Oh man, I love how the edges of my head are just pointy, and it's just great.
Let the simplicity of the images
Permeate.
Yeah.
permeated in front of you be
Your pupil just becomes the entire
That's-
diameter of your
that's-
eyeball.
It's perfect. That's all you need is the black dot and the white circle. That
I'm
is
just
what an
using
eye
the-
looks like.
the fewest cones and rods in my eyeballs to enjoy this.
Yes.
Simplicity is key.
Yeah. Well, and surprise, surprise, of course, there's COVID outbreaks happening in Olympic Village.
Oh,
Of course, there is.
that's the least of their concerns.
Yeah, exactly right.
There's probably
Yeah.
like
So
syphilis
much.
and
Yeah,
fucking-
all kinds of stuff. Yeah, there was apparently there was a rumor circulating on Facebook of all places. Rumors.
Really?
That's
You don't say.
they took the torch from Fleetwood Mac. So they that the beds
that was
were
the side Olympics.
yeah, right. Yeah, they apparently took the they were saying that the beds were like fuck proof, like you couldn't have sex on the beds.
It is Japan, so I actually would believe of any country in this entire world, I would believe it.
No, like
Is it
like
concave?
no,
or
like the
convex?
idea that they were made very fragilely so that if you tried to fuck on them, they would break. Right. So then a bunch of Olympians were like doing videos of them jumping back and forth between the beds. But my idea is, I think it was other Olympians from other countries spreading these rumors, probably Russia, and that way all of the other they'd hurt themselves jumping back and forth between the beds and eliminate them from competition. You've got to play the head game.
It was John Candy, actually, the coach of the Jamaican bobsled Olympic team. He spread the
He
misinformation,
always.
and he wanted to take all the broken bed parts and put them in the front of the bobsled
Right.
to add extra weight so that he could end up winning the race.
You've got-
and he's
you ha-
preparing for the next Olympics. You see,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
so far ahead.
He
I was
doesn't even
gonna
care
say,
about this one.
competing in
This
the
is
summer.
practice.
Yeah,
This is
I was gonna say,
practice.
is this the summer bobsled?
Yeah, no, yes, he doesn't even care. This is all just. Yep, that's exactly
A
right.
bunch of guys on an inner tube on a water slide.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, it's just a bunch. That's why John Candy's putting all these paper mache beds in all the rooms. It's just like whatever we can do.
There is nothing scarier than after you've jumped around in your room with your fellow Olympians, destroyed your bed,
Yep.
the only place you're allowed to sleep in this Japanese wasteland of no sex or fun, and then the creeping undead John Candy comes lurking through your room to pick up the remains of your bed,
This
to
is
steal it off to Jamaica, where he can put it in their bobsled.
Hey, it's for the gods. It's for the Olympian gods. And Hades is one of those gods, and he's the Lord of the Underworld, and he can make John Candy do whatever he wants.
He will. He can and he will.
He has replaced. Cerebus was old. He died. Now John Candy is the dog.
300 John Candy.
300 John Candy guards the gates of the underworld. I was in planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yep.
That's exactly right. Yep, that is really how they keep the souls where they need
That's how
to
they
be.
keep the power on down there.
Somebody has to
Candy
do
puts
it.
Still residuals paying the bills down. It's still, his
Yeah,
movie
hell
still
runs-
sell well enough.
It's
That runs on
expensive.
royalties. That's why all the cool people go there.
Absolutely.
That's why Hollywood's full of perverts and assholes. Because hell runs on royalties. They're still getting those royalties checks. Every time a Disney employee dies, it's like a celebration in hell.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Oh yes! Party time! It's gonna be Mardi Gras again.
Here comes Michael Jackson.
Like, hell would be way scarier and more
yeah.
painful. Not with all this Disney money, bitch. It's all about fun down here.
It's all
Sure
good.
could do without all the pedophiles, though. They're kind of creeping everybody out.
Don't worry, we got a kids room for them. They stay
What
over
we,
there.
what we,
All the evil children, they get molested by all these pedophiles.
Yeah, they run kitty corner.
Why? What constitutes an evil child?
All of them.
liars, people who eat dessert before dinner.
Don't pray before they go to bed.
Don't pray.
I pray the Lord my soul to keep,
that's right.
or else the devil will steal it, and I'll get raped down in hell.
Yeah. And Fortnite.
In Fortnite,
It's got a whole bunch of subliminal messages. It's just
we got to deal with
demonic
Fortnite.
symbols.
Oh my God! It's like
Say-
subliminal flashing going on everywhere. Oh, so many types. Well, but see the thing. Normally, the mailroom is in the basement, but with hell, it's on the first floor. So all the royalty checks come in. They don't care who they're supposed to go to on the other floors. Doesn't make a
Yeah,
difference.
they're just dumping them out in buckets
They're
out the
just
window.
like whatever. Oh, that's a check. We'll take that. Whatever.
Summons bills.
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
Severed limbs.
Boo hoo, Grandma, I miss you. Too bad you were in the Nazi party.
Grandma was a Nazi.
Grandma was a Nazi,
You'll never
kids.
see your grandma again.
She turned in everybody at the knitting club.
She was the Mulan of Nazis.
Don't write to your grandma. She was Nazi Mulan. She impersonated a man just so that she could raid the houses of other people and capture hiding people. Yeah. Oh my.
Jesus Christ.
That's got to be coming down the line. Nazi Mulan on Disney Plus.
Coming Disney on Disney Plus
from
next
the
month.
Walt Disney Vault.
Quick, see it before it goes back in the vault.
That's right. We got to put it back in the vault like immediately. So it's going to be streaming for like an hour. Oh man, it's a 45-minute window, or 45-minute movie, so you got to kind of get it in quick. Yeah. Things didn't turn out so hot for Nazi Mulan.
Well, actually, they went very well, which is why the movie's so short. It was just win after win after win. Finally, they told her, "Go home. You did a great job."
I tell you, it was kind of weird having that little Nazi Mushu dancing around the whole time. And all the ancestors talking about the Aryan race, cheering her on. It was really, really an odd choice.
Be a Nazi.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a Nazi.
Oh man,
B.D. Wong still did a voice in it though. Which
he
is
did.
Crazy.
He did.
He was
Because he's a trooper.
top-notch singer, and he was under contract, so he couldn't really refuse it.
That's right. You got to do it, otherwise we get your soul. Shao Kahn, he's up there. He's waiting.
They're gonna remake it with Boba Fett. next year.
What Mushu?
Nazi Boba Fett's gonna be in the corner. Of the
I'll tell you, the Mandalorian took a really weird turn.
That's why they went ahead and spun off the.
That's
book
right,
of Boba
doing
Fett.
all the spinoffs. Yeah.
Oh, Chris, what do you think about this? You weren't here last week, and I was going to bring this up just for you specifically. What do you think about the story about how the Disney creators gave the? Have you seen the deep fake of Luke's? Spoiler, by the way, if you have not seen The Mandalorian. But anyway, at some point, Luke is shown.
Yeah.
In The Mandalorian, and this guy deep faked that moment and fixed it because it looked like kind of shitty and weird.
Yeah.
But he fixed it, and then Disney gave him a job to work on
Really?
their series. Yeah.
Wow.
They reached out to him and they hired him.
So you're
Damn.
you're saying the imagery that we saw on The Mandalorian
Is not as good.
was the fix?
No, it was not.
No.
That was it.
Good.
Was Disney's
The
attempt.
guy fixed it.
He fixed it. If you go look it up on YouTube,
Okay.
he fixed it and it looked way more natural.
I was
when
going to
they
say
went
'cause
and
it
took
was so AI.
yes,
like the-
it was
in the
too
movement.
robotic.
Yeah, there wasn't.
But-
Juan's here and he says hello. Welcome back, Chris. Just
Hey,
wanted to
Juan.
convey the message.
Our number one fan.
Since he's
Every
back, he's here.
week, I'm gonna make that joke.
He-
I'm sorry.
he-
Mom.
That's right, bro.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
We're gonna make him a big button that's like this big, like they give to people when it's their birthday.
We gotta make some Juan merch.
We need some
Oh, there you
Juan
go.
merch. Yep,
I think that I would totally wear it.
we're gonna make that happen.
Shirt.
We'll wear it to Monster Mania.
Yeah, that's right.
We got to at least take a picture
We'll
of him.
start off-
Yeah.
I bet you we could get Juan money if we all started a line with him, like put Juan somewhere near a celebrity, and you line up with some of our other friends. Just line up in front of him and be like, "Oh, freaking out!" Other people will line up just for the hell of it because they just want to jump on the bandwagon.
Absolutely. And really what the thing would be is that
Juan actually has credits too,
we
which
plant-
is not even that much of
that's
a fake.
even better. What we need to do, we need Don wants what we need to do, we need to plant people in the line, like going to a celebrity that we want to meet, or we can like sort of I guess like butter them up ahead of time.
Yeah.
So we like, oh yeah, I heard about you, that you were going to be here on this podcast I listened to called The Kickstart with Matt and Matt. And then finally, then we walk up at the end of the line. We're like, hey, we do a podcast called The Kickstart with Matt and Matt. And here they've heard our names a whole bunch, like within that same half hour. And
I
then,
like this.
then it's like,
There have been lesser celebrities at those events.
listen, if they robbed casinos, with learning how to count cards and everything like that, we can do it with cons.
Dude,
It's called a con already.
It's already
Okay,
a con.
it's already a con. It's a different con, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But we'll figure it
It
out.
sounds the same, and
It's-
therefore it means the same
That
thing.
is America. It sounds like it to me, and therefore it is.
I decided
Yeah.
it's the truth, and I'm not going to budge on it.
Not one
I saw a
iota.
YouTube video about it, and I won't have you
That's
tell
right,
me
that's
I'm
right.
wrong. I won't.
Speaking of YouTube video, I saw a video yesterday that Dee Snider of Twisted Sister fame got COVID.
Really?
But he had a vaccine.
You're gonna
He had
burn in hell.
He's gonna burn in
Did he
hell.
do another slow, painful rendition?
I
We're
was
not gonna
just going to
take it?
say he made it through. Was talking about how he was vaccinated ahead of time, and
We're not
after he got,
We're
but
not
he
gonna
didn't
take
do an
it.
emotional rendition of "We're not going to take it."
Crying.
Yeah,
Like you just got a
to
death sentence.
commemorate. But it's good. I'm glad Dee Snider's doing all right.
Got the COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I got the COVID.
I just got the COVID.
Don't want to die.
His last album that he put out, he was talking about. That's all you need. You got to have a whole separate person doing the cowbell. Yeah, because once you get into because we know JJ's. Well, no, not was it JJ French? I can't remember what the drummer's name was, but
It
he's
doesn't matter.
he's
Is it
dead.
really? Is it? I thought you were going to say J.J. Abrams.
no.
Is it really J.J. Abrams, or does everyone just say it with a stutter?
What in? Oh, this is a good question too.
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, I think they're singing it. It's like a.
J.J. Abrams, come on down and fix my Star Wars movie. Oh, fuck. You fucked it up.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I love that song.
At least it wasn't Ryan Johnson.
It's should have been
Stick to other
should have
stuff.
been Brian Johnson's. What it should have been.
If
Yeah.
Brian Johnson would have done either Brian Johnson from TESC.
What you do with the Star Wars?
else.
Or that one.
Or that one. Yep. Either Brian Johnson or whoever's available. They
We'll
can do-
hire him.
That's
we'll
right.
hire
They
him the
can-
way Disney hired a
co-direct.
deep fake guy.
Exactly. Because that is, I mean,
They're deep faking the director of the movie.
exactly.
Dude, there's going to be a time, think about this,
This
where
is what I'm saying.
in the future, you're going to star in your own movies. They're just going to have an AI that scans you.
Yeah.
You go pick up out of the Disney vault, remember those little clamshell VHS things?
Yep.
Right? It's going to be like that, except you're going to open the clamshell. It's going to be a whole fucking Voight comp machine. And it's going to scan your face.
Yep.
It's going to put you in the fucking movie, and you're going to pick and choose what happens in the movie.
I didn't want this. I didn't want to be in this
didn't
movie.
want this. Why? I'm so scared of what's happening to me.
I didn't want this.
I'm in Rambo 90. No!
I don't want to kill all these people.
Stop! I'm a pacifist. Why'd you rent this, Mom?
All the people getting PTSD from
Oh
horror
my
movies
God!
and
Yeah, we
stuff.
got people in therapy because of movies that they've watched. Oh my God! It's only a matter of time. But
It raped my face.
Think
it took it.
can you imagine? Can you imagine going back in time to the era of black and white film? I'm talking like Streetcar Named Desire, young Marlon Brando era of film, and being like, "You guys are great, but in the future, we're just going to scan your face, and then we'll take care of the rest. You don't learn
Well, I
your
mean,
lines."
By the end of Marlon Brando's career, that's what he wanted.
Right. That is exactly what he
He
wanted.
was-
By the
as long
time
as he was-
Island of Dr. Moreau came around, he was ready. I'm just going to sit in this seat for the rest of the
More
time.
Snickers. Did he say which did he say? I mean, we have both on hand.
Let's hope it was the candy.
I just hope this time it's the candy. Here, eat more of this. Get diabetes, you racist old fuck.
I think Marlon's a little tired.
Marlon, you're not yourself
Oh
when you're
my
tired.
God.
No, he is.
He-
He's just always
He
tired.
unfortunately is. Oh my God. He was definitely a little difficult there towards the end. And by the end, I mean after 20 something.
He literally became Colonel Kurtz.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
became his life story.
Yep. Yeah. But it's just crazy to see the progression of all of what we are now classifying as film. Like streaming, that was a big step.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you can watch this at home.
Right,
I'm-
and
that was
that
even
was-
like VHS. And
well, but see,
and stuff.
like I'm talking about the point in which you could see something at home before you could see it in a theater. I
Oh,
guess
I got
straight
you.
to
It was
movie or
it
whatever.
was the next
direct to
evolution
release or
after
whatever.
that home video
Yeah,
revolution,
Yeah.
which took place in what, like the mid to late 90s.
Yeah.
That was like home video was like a viable option. I know it was
Oh.
happening earlier. In
Yeah,
like
I was
the
going to
80s,
say, yeah.
but home video started. It was only some things were getting released on home video, and then rentals. I was just reading about this recently about how video stores would cost a shit ton of money for video stores to even get a movie in.
Yeah, 'cause like when tapes first came out, they were like $100 a tape or something.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the guys who own the bookstore they work for, they originally used to get videos in too, and they were talking about how expensive it was to get all that stuff, and that was if you could afford the players, whether it was
Yeah,
Betamax or Laserdisc was later, but VHS, and
Mhm.
but it's crazy to think about the progression of things. But as I always bring up in this conversation, and I'm not going to stop now, thank you, porn, because that's the only reason any of those progressions
Nobody wants to
happen.
acknowledge it, but
Nope.
porn is the trailblazer for media.
It's
Oh,
a
definitely.
big hard
Yeah.
dick that's driving media.
Big old ride
Always.
that big
That's
old
right.
hard dick right to the
That's
next
it.
next.
That's why when you were talking about doing the movie where you put yourself in it, like there's obviously going to be a
Oh
million
my
porn.
God,
well,
Chris.
that's and that's what's funny, and that's what I'm building
Oculus
off of.
Rift.
It's already
yeah,
here.
they
Yeah.
have the
All the
VR.
POV,
Yeah,
the VR stuff.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yep, they
It's
film it in that 360. You look all over the place.
wild stuff.
crazy.
Watch it.
Wild stuff.
It's like,
I'm telling
I
you,
want
it's an
that-
experience.
And let me customize the dick that I'm going to have.
I want
There you
to look at the boom guy while this is going on.
Hey,
What's for lunch, boom
a
guy?
little close there, boom guy. Maybe you should lay off the pork
come-
rinds.
come
there,
here
boom
often,
guy.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
She's like, look at me, look at me. No, This is my experience. I bought it. I can look at the boom guy all day if I want to.
So here we go. Let's fast forward here. Now, what we're inevitably, I think, going to be looking at, because now we're getting to the point, like within the past 5 years, in which you can synchronize VR with other apparatuses that you either insert into yourself or in yourself into, either way. And so eventually we'll probably bypass all of that stuff and hook it up to just be a nervous system experience.
People are going to have what they used to be like the whole stereo stack VHS TV. It's going to be this whole bunch of machinery. You just plug in.
Yep.
So there was, I think in the last like week or two, there was a girl on, I think it was TikTok, but she's a huge Skyrim fan and had Skyrim VR, and then rigged this whole thing with fans and smart switches and smart outlets, so that like when she was up on a mountain, like somehow the computer was communicating with the smart stuff, so like the fan would turn on and like
some
there'd
wild
be like wind
shit
blowing on her. And
God
like
damn,
that.
that's like being at Disneyland or Universal Studios.
Yeah,
Like, just like Luke, they got to hire the Luke deepfake. You got your company needs to hire this girl.
And she even had it rigged up so she could like yell to do all the dragon yells and stuff like that. And there was like something she had too, like if she was getting hit, that like something would like hit her lightly or something.
God damn.
Her boyfriend just wound up there. It's like, I've been waiting for this all day. Clean the dishes wide open. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll show you.
I wanted to keep playing Call of Duty.
No, somebody got to play some Skyrim.
That's right.
Well, I'm gonna make it as real as possible.
Oh, hold on. Let me go get that cheese plate. It's time for the boss battle.
You're about to get fucked by a dragon.
That's right.
I was gonna say
Rah, bitch.
dragons breathing fire when it gets hairspray and lights her on fire.
Gotta take her to the hospital after this level. This is extra crispy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's wild to see the progression of technology and then inevitably how we apply that to our genitals. But at the same time, hey, I'm on board. I think it's a fantastic thing. Science. This is why I love science.
Well, we can't deny that that's our main driving motivator.
I think that Freudian slip was perfect.
Moan.
You said moan first.
That moan motivator.
This is
Moan
our
driving force.
This is our moan
moan
motivator,
desire.
baby. That's what you want. You got it.
It still works because that's our motivation. It's
That's
our survival.
absolutely right.
It's our instinct to reproduce is the strongest instinct that we have.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So we have not, as much as we pretend we surround ourselves with civilization.
Yeah, we're still just dumb monkeys with not enough hair.
Bunch of dumb monkeys without enough hair. That's exactly it, Chris. And I want that on my tombstone. Just another dumb monkey with not enough hair. Not enough hair or brains.
And now he's
Too
dead.
much power.
Too much power.
Oh, that is not the summarization of our civilization or what we have attempted to make a civilization.
It's all just a bunch of playing pretend.
Nope,
And
that's
everybody
it.
can
It's all
devolve into
charade.
that.
Yep.
But, obviously this is a very nihilistic approach, but it is very interesting that it is our main, the reward system is our main motivator.
Yep.
Of course, porn is going to be the driving force.
Of course.
I'm all about it.
That's
We're only taboo about it here because we're all puritanical fucking stuck.
It's just because, because all
it's the classic, like everybody that's the loudest about it are like the worst perpetrators.
the lady does
Exactly.
protest too much,
Exactly.
as Shakespeare once wrote.
Shakespeare, you brilliant
Yes,
bastard!
that's right.
You're a genius in this.
And he wasn't even real. That's how do you like that? That's the whole.
That was the
that's
twist.
That's
Shakespeare-
exactly. That was a
Shakespeare
perfect
never existed.
Shakespearean twist to the whole thing. It's like Shakespeare wasn't even real. Yep, it was beautiful.
What's the verdict on that? Or is there like a general
I
consensus?
believe that it was a pen name.
Collective. Oh,
Yeah, it was a pen name, and then there was like a bunch of other people. That happened a lot back in the day. It's funny because as I've done, I promise I won't go too deep on this, everybody. It's what happened a lot with a lot of religious and occult texts where they would write the text under the name of someone who was long since dead and then say that it was discovered. Or there were even some extreme cases where people would write the text, will it to their descendants, and after they were dead, people would find it and think that they had acquired this rare manuscript when in reality that person had written it. And because that person was dead, then there was no way for them to prove it. So a lot of stuff until we got carbon dating and all that
Very
kind of stuff.
interesting.
But yeah, so there's sort of that idea that
First,
there's
we had religion.
but first we had religion.
Before
Exactly.
carbon dating. there was religion.
Listen. Yeah, God says this is real, and God told me that there were some plates buried in the middle of the woods, but nobody can look at them.
I
I'm the
found,
only ones that can see them
I found God's pencil.
because I got
I
a
wrote with
special stone that lets me read these gold tablets, and they disappeared again. I don't know where they went, but luckily I copied them down.
Yeah.
God said that I spelled some stuff wrong, so He gave me the actual corrections that have to do with new updated things that I forgot to talk about. God forgot to talk about the first time, and so now we definitely have the right idea. And then I'm dead because I was involved in a lot of things that I said that were bad.
Mormonism is fun.
Yes, Mormonism and Scientology and everything really. It's all the same.
It's kind of endearing a little bit to know that this historical, in general, this historical artistic penmanship is kind of a collective effort.
Yeah.
Like this, there's this attribution.
Yeah.
To various to one author, but really it's a various collective group of people.
The only problem is that if
written-
everyone shares the same ideology, then it's just as bigoted. That's really the downfall.
Well, I mean, just in like a William Shakespeare pen name.
Oh, well,
kind of
yeah, but
situation only.
even so, it's that idea that if the person's attributing it to a person who's already dead,
There's a bias of how their voice is supposed to sound.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's always in that same vein. So on the one hand,
becomes a monster.
Exactly. It's some kind of monster. So really the best way to go about it, I think, is that to just take everything as allegory, unless you have substantial evidence to back it up. I got into we'll say a debate with somebody the other day. I'll tell you this whole story.
All bloody
once we're done.
hands and everything. Just a debate.
I'm talking about a debate where we.
It was a debate down.
It was a debate. Yeah, a debate. But yeah, about the historical existence of King Solomon. And I was like, there is no historical evidence of King Solomon. He's an allegory talking about the concept of blah, 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 blah. And I was like, and then this person was continuing on and we're like, and that's the reason why King Solomon incorporated this ideology and this ideology because King Solomon famously had 300 wives. I was like, do you fucking think that King Solomon, if he were real, that he would not have been recorded in any of those 300 kingdoms? Because people didn't get married back then because they loved each other. They got fucking married to consolidate power. Right. So that means that another kingdom is sending their daughter to King Solomon to be married. Therefore,
he was too cool to write about.
That's right. Don't talk about him. He's like Fight Club. King Solomon of Fight Clubs.
He pushed his sunglasses up and they're like, we're not touching this one.
We'll just leave that alone. It'll all be fine. But
fluffed up his leather jacket.
That's
like,
right. Just pop that
you
collar.
don't write about me.
And just put your
write
hands
about you.
in your pockets and just go into the dark alley, folks. We're going to go into some dark, weird news. I don't actually know if it's dark.
It's always dark when you read it.
That's right.
We'll find a way to make
right,
it dark.
Friends. We will make this so dark that you can't even see the weird news in front of your face.
That's pretty dark.
It's pretty dark, too. Yeah, if you can't see the weird news in front of your face. All right, online friends. So we know one is Juan. Juan says Juan says we can wrestle down Keith David and the Saska twins and tell them about the show. So
that's right.
I'm all for that.
We wouldn't even have to really work that hard on Keith David. He would be I honestly believe he would be happy to hear about it. he would be excited.
Like, hey, Keith David, could you redo our intro tape?
Keith, we need you to introduce us on our podcast.
Can you sing Kickstart My Heart, but just the music parts, because we can't use the words.
Kickstart My Heart.
Yeah. Oh, man, Keith David.
I would love it. Oh, man.
What a
Keith
beautiful
David.
thing that would be. All right, let's figure out this weird news. We'll shift this over to here. And actually, I think I was in such a hurry at the beginning of the episode to get things rolling because as usual, we were burning good material. And so I was like, we got to start the show.
These mics got to be hot the moment we all get in here together.
This is the truth.
Especially after like having a week or so off from all three of us being together.
Yeah, we got to prep
flow.
all that. Yeah. Let's see here.
It's like we all took X-Lax of the mind.
Mind X-Lax. That's
the tagline of this show.
That's right. X-Lax of the mind.
It's basically, that's what goes on in my brain all the time.
I don't know about you.
I'm thoroughly dehydrated. I need a doctor is what I'm trying to say.
Desiccated. Yeah.
Desiccated.
Let's see here. I got to open up the weird news stories before we start.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, online people and Instagram people.
Through the magic of editing, then none of this will exist.
That's right.
But
Nope.
if you like watching us live, then it's
That's your own fault. You're tuning in.
Good on you, but sorry.
Right, exactly. You
I don't feel sorry.
you chose this.
You know what you're getting into.
Yeah, you chose this for yourself. All right, let's see here. We got that one. We need. We already did that one. There's open. We gotta open this one up. I was actually
Yeah,
think-
this is the time for visual jokes.
Yeah, this.
Really.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
Wait, let me see if I can do it again.
Let me pull your
How is
people
it?
here. I'll pull your people up there. That way you guys.
Oh
can-
my god, dude! Every
Yeah.
time I literally just put my
Yeah.
hand straight out, and it's
It's perfect.
the exact.
Yeah, yeah. Chris is fighting party Jesus back. There's all kinds of things happening. Let's
Chris,
see
uh-oh.
All
here.
right, thanks.
I thought you were putting over yourself.
There we go. Now it's just
There you go.
let Chris say something.
I'm a ghost. Ooga booga.
Chris, you can't say ooga booga.
Yeah, that's racist, Chris.
Oh, it is?
No, I don't know.
he's a ghost. He forgot.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
Wrong dimension. I was in the Nazi Mulan dimension.
Yeah, exactly.
Mulatzi.
Mulatzi.
Mulatzi. There
Actually,
you
that's
go.
kind of close to a different slur. So
Yeah,
never
exactly.
mind.
We're just going to start we're just going to start weird
Yeah.
news. We're ready now.
Subjects, or else we're
Exactly right. Things are going to get bad real quick. This is why we don't start the show right away.
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah!
Weird news on the Kickstarter match.
Help me, Tom Cruise! Tom Cruise used a witch told me to get the fire off me! Ah, help me, Oprah Winfrey! Ah!
A tarantula enjoys a fine chewing gum. The human torch is denied a bank loan. The arsonist has partnership.
And now with this week's weird news, here's the match.
So we're going to start off weird news here with a spicy story. A spicy story from New York City. An early morning crash on a New York City expressway caused travel to be restricted to one lane because the road, you guessed it, Chris, was covered in peppers.
I knew it.
Every time. Authorities say a tractor trailer was traveling eastbound on the Brooklyn side of the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway on Monday morning when it overturned, spilling a mass of peppers onto the road. At exit 30, the expressway was reduced to one-lane traffic while crews worked to clear the vegetables from the road. And so it's far too much work for me to put this. No, you know what? We're just going to do this.
There you go.
Just to give you a little bit of a visual
Damn.
and for
That's like
following
every
on the
color.
stream here.
Oh, it's
Let
like
me-
a
Let me add this in for you real
rainbow
quick so you can
color
see.
of,
Yeah, rainbow peppers. Yeah.
There are tons and tons of these things. All
God, look at that. The truck just exploded from the top after it
Yeah,
flipped over on
exactly.
its side. And just crates.
Man, even
I still see so many crates of peppers.
Pallet
inside.
made it out of there
They're,
too.
they're everywhere. Yeah. and
Yeah, you're right.
all different sizes there.
Oh.
That's a lot of peppers.
What did the Hulk kick it over?
It must have been. It must have been.
hate peppers!
Yeah. Whoever it was, they succeeded. That's really the bottom line.
Yeah.
That's the important part.
Even took out the road sign.
It was probably sleep deprivation
It
that
was-
won the day on that one.
I'd imagine it had nothing to do with the spice level of the cargo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
None of those look like spicy peppers anyways. They look like a bunch of like bell peppers.
You never know.
Yeah.
There might have been some caliente ones mixed in. We don't
Perhaps.
know. We don't know what was going on there. I'll tell you what we do know. So, are you familiar with the guy? What the hell's his name? Baggins.
Bilbo.
No, Bilbo, the ghost hunter.
Oh, Zach.
Zach Baggins. All right.
that-
So
yeah.
we're gonna keep.
Can we do some about how his house has some kind of this like gift shop of his own, fucking self-appreciating horse shit.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right. Well, we're going to go into a similar territory here. A ghost hunter in Buffalo, New York, reportedly had an unfortunate incident while investigating a building in one of the city's landmarks. According to the Buffalo News, the unnamed 35-year-old woman was searching for ghosts in the near century-old Central Terminal building on Saturday when she plunged through the substation roof.
She became the ghost that haunts this place.
That's where all the ghosts have come from. She fell 15 to 20 feet.
Holy shit.
She was taken to the local hospital and treated for multiple injuries. The man hunting for ghosts with her was not injured because he sent her out first. The local NBC station said the pair was ghost hunting without permission in the historic structure, but no charges have been filed.
I think that's the only way you can hunt ghosts is without permission.
It's kind of like skateboarding, Chris. You got to be high and there illegally. So
Just gonna put a
and it's-
disclaimer on.
and it's really boring to watch.
yeah, exactly right. Yeah. So here and see what was
I'm
caught
an
that
Olympic
possibly.
skateboarder.
Yes, right. Exactly right. Yeah, we have to add that caveat.
Real
there.
skateboarding.
Tony
is
Hawk's
fun.
about to skate in here and fucking
Yeah.
grind on your
That
head.
would that'd be pretty cool. That's a good way to go.
Just kick flip right off your chrome dome. So they here
Do a
here
900 on my face.
but we've caught some positive evidence that can prove paranormal activity in the Buffalo Central Terminal, the blurb for the tour declared. In addition, the show Ghost Hunters has filmed there several times. So there you go. That's why we brought up Zach Baggins, because somehow he's implicated in
Ghosts
this
are
whole crime.
here.
Yep. Come at me,
Answer me.
ghosts. Come at me, ghosts.
Fight me.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
You fucking cowards.
Yeah,
If you're a real ghost, stab me in the chest with a ghost knife.
Did you hear that?
What was that?
Ghost. I think there was a ghost that just stabbed me in the neck. It was a ghost stab.
I think
that
that
was
was
just
a
Hobo
possum.
Tom.
Yeah, right. Well, I'll tell you another person who was probably going to stab us in the neck eventually. A few years ago, a Sydney scientist noticed a sulfur-crested cockatoo opening his trash can. Okay. Not every resident would be thrilled, but ornithologist Richard Major was impressed by the ingenuity. It's quite a feat for birds to grasp the trash can lid and open it with its beak, or rather grasp it with its beak, pry it open, and then shuffle far enough along the edge that the lid falls backwards, revealing the trash inside. But intrigued, he came up
I know that game.
with, oh yeah, I'll tell you, Chris. There's nothing wrong with dumpster diving if that's all you've got, folks. This is America, and all we do is judge anyway. You might as well get your treats where you
do
can.
you.
That's right. Do you, baby? Let's make that paper boo-boo. So Major teamed up.
trash
That's
boo-boo.
right. That's it. Major teamed up with the researchers in Germany to study how cockatoos learn this trick. In early 2018, they found a survey of residents in birds in Sydney that said that they had also been picking through their trash cans. Birds were lifting up trash cans in 44 different suburbs. Apparently, the spread wasn't just popping up randomly. It started in the southern suburbs and radiated outward, essentially signifying that the birds were teaching each other how to open the trash cans.
I'll tell you what it was. It was a crime syndicate that trained these birds to steal people's trash so that
right.
they can get their DNA and frame them for their crimes.
There's only one way.
You look for them band-aids in there.
That's right. Find them band-aids.
Find that Danny cotton swabs,
Coffee cup,
tissues.
Did it, all
cigarette butts.
did it all start in Boston? What's happening here?
Yeah, they had to outsource.
Yeah, right, exactly.
What do you think? They got organized crime in Australia?
Go down there. Go down
there.
there to Australia. Down under, you just take them all and get all the trash, and we're gonna turn them. We're gonna have a whole bunch of zombies.
See, you're switching accents around now.
Who knows? It's all culturally inappropriate.
They're all
Who cares?
criminals as
Yes,
far
right.
as I'm
They're
concerned.
all. That's right. If they're
It's an
Australian, they're criminals to begin with.
Listen, if they're training birds, this is a pretty inclusive syndicate of crime.
Yeah, exactly right. Well,
These
yeah,
are like revolutionary, like anthropologists.
bird crimes. Yeah, bird crimes. Yeah. Well, even African gray parrots are known for their ability to mimic and sometimes comprehend human speech, but cockatoos are famously adept at using and manipulating new tools such as puzzle boxes or lab trash bins. I remember them from Hellraiser 5. So everyone in Sydney has the opinion about cockatoos that whether you love to watch these birds fly around or you think they're a pest, you have to respect them because they've got rights too. And they've adapted to brilliantly living with humans and making every moment a living nightmare.
Fuck that. I don't respect birds.
There you go. That's right.
Isn't it funny how Australia, the one a cockatoo being a very inconspicuous type of like innocuous bird,
You'd think.
is now gaining the intelligence to teach its own kind
Right.
how to manipulate. You know,
Get to what they want.
Just be glad it's not a cockatoo. We'd really be in trouble.
Man, I'll tell you, that's all you got to say, folks. That's all you got to say.
this is why my dad likes Chris more than me.
Three's Company. This is it. This is why Chris is the
This
favorite.
is why my dad loves you, Chris.
Wait, put the gun away.
Well,
I knew
tell
I
you-
shouldn't have come back.
I'll tell you who also should have put the gun away. Emergency responders in Florida said they were summoned to an unusual scene where an airborne turtle crashed through the driver's windshield and survived.
Oh man,
Did we have a turtle fly through somebody's windshield a couple weeks ago?
very familiar to
This
me. as
happened
well.
previously. Well,
These fucking flying turtles, man.
I'll tell you, it's Mario
The
Lane.
cockatoos
We got to
picking
get
them up and throwing them into people's
That's
cars.
exactly what's happening. That are some Italian
They learn how
brothers.
the crime syndicate's putting the
Yep.
hits out on
Yep,
people.
that's
with the
right.
cock.
That's right.
Get
That's
them
exactly.
turtles and throw them. Get them birds and get them turtles and throw them turtles through the car
No,
doors. I'm changing the accent.
we drifted into like South African.
Get your cockatoos to get the turtles. Tell them to get that turtles and put it through the car door. Go.
It's just getting worse and worse, just like usual. So
I'm doing sign language as a crime syndicate.
man, and he's doing it. He's doing it in Chinese sign language. We can't understand a word he's saying. The St. Lucie County
language.
It's all angry
That's right.
and
Chris,
loud.
Chris is the Rosetta Stone of sign language.
But I only do it for podcasts.
That's right. The St. Lucie County Fire District said in a Facebook post that the police and firefighters were.
I'm sorry, just the idea of a deaf person listening to a podcast.
Hey, we'll take the numbers.
Yeah, that's right. We'll take the
My
numbers.
son
They're the
flipped
wrong spot. Yeah. Oh man, well, I'm sure we could do that too. We could make a lot of money. I'm sure. But they said that the
Those deaf people's pockets are very deep.
they're very deep. They've got all that money. Yeah,
all
they
that
can't-
deaf money.
That's right, all that deaf money. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Well, the firefighters and police responded to the Florida Turnpike for the report of a turtle crashing through a driver's windshield and a bunch of Italian men running away. The fire district said that the turtle had
I knew it.
We were wrong.
the fire district said that the turtle had apparently been struck by a semi-truck on the highway, sent flying into the other vehicle's windshield, and still survived.
Turtle pinball.
That's turtle pinball is exactly right. Both driver and turtle were unharmed. The fire district said the turtle was released safely.
His little turtle cuffs on him. You ain't getting away, you little murderous bastard.
You destroyed this person's car. You have to pay. You have to pay. Talking about paying, a woman named Trish Wilcher had to do a double take after noticing something strange moving along her floor. She looked at what she thought was a piece of fuzz moving along the carpet in her home in Georgia. She eventually
It's a
found
flying
out.
turtle.
She eventually found that it was a snake sleeking through her home.
How do you confuse a snake
It's
with
one of those
fuzz?
furry snakes.
Get ready. It was under her bed. And after shining more light on the situation, she also realized that there were 17 more baby snakes
Oh my God.
slithering towards her. She suspected that the animal gave birth under her bed on Sunday, and there are even images revealing how terrifying this particular event was for her.
Well,
The encounter
What
left her.
kind of snake is it? That's my question.
Well, I'm not sure if we. Let's see. We'll see.
but go continue.
We haven't gotten there. We'll see.
I'm going to guess it's a spitting cobra.
Probably, it's got to be. It's the only thing that hides under that bed. So the encounter
That's
left
a
her.
pissing cobra.
That's right. That's right.
I'll tell you, it's not a swallowing cobra. I'll tell you that much.
That's right. That's right. Keep that in mind, folks. The encounter left her scared, shirtless, and freaked out. She shared on Facebook.
Her shirtless.
That's a weird
She
one.
took her shirt off so she could run easier away
exactly
from these
right.
snakes.
That's
For
exactly right.
aerodynamics.
That's right. You don't want anything causing that drag. Okay, we have turned the bed upside down, found 17 babies and the mama. She's struggling to move around the house. She continued to share a blow by blow on her original Facebook post until finally a wildlife expert named Dan volunteered and came to round up the reptiles before releasing them at a nearby river in the town of Augusta. She added, Dan has come and gone. He did not find any more, and we suspect the snake had given birth under my bed. Yes, under my bed.
and not in the bed.
Apparently, the snakes were
Dan
not
left
poisoned.
too early.
Exactly. Dan was gone before we got to figure out the whole.
He said, "Are you a
spitting and
spitting
swallowing?"
snake?
Yeah.
But I'll
it's-
tell you what this snake is. It's a spitter.
That's right. There you go. So it's been suggested that her snakes were brown snakes or other non-venomous snakes.
So there you go. And that was in the end. When you see these snakes, obviously they're scary, and nobody wants to get bit by a snake. but,
Right.
I mean, it's not life threatening.
It's funny because there's pictures of I'm guessing Dan, someone with one of the little like grabbers that you get trash off the floor with,
Yeah.
and he's got one of the snakes, but it's the,
Oh,
the
that was just the senile grandma
snake-
trying to pick the pasta up off the
that's
floor.
right. She's like, oh, I'll drop some more spaghetti. So there was like the snake is so tiny, these little babies, in comparison to the it's almost as if it's not even holding them at all. They're little tiny guys. But
Little
yeah, so
spaghetti snakes.
that's right. I'll tell you who else said oops spaghetti snakes. A man in Indonesia with coronavirus who tried to board a domestic flight disguised as his wife, wearing a hijab covering his face and carrying fake IDs and a negative PCR test. Police say the flight attendant aboard the CityLink plane traveling from Jakarta to Ternate in North Maluku. Can't believe I made it through all those. On Sunday, noticing the man changed clothes in the lavatory. He brought a plane ticket with his wife's name and brought the identity card, the PCR test result, and the vaccination card with his wife's name. All documents were under his wife's name. This person really wants to,
It's like the new
hit home
Titanic,
on that.
the new version of the
This
Titanic
must be.
guy. You know,
But-
Crosser has to get on the boat.
But then upon landing, the man only identified himself by his initials. Police then took took him for a COVID test, but came back positive, and the man was then identified as impersonating another passenger.
Don't they have don't have the internet in India? I mean, this is a legitimate kind of question and a joke. But
Indonesia, but yes.
Indonesia, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. But don't you know that you can just go on and say that you were born that gender, but you've transitioned now? That you don't go
Do
by
they
that
have
name
that in
anymore?
Indonesia?
The problem,
They don't have to document that.
the problem was that the
I guess,
guy,
yeah. Well, they have it in
the
back
guy
alleys, Chris, I know that
changed in the
much.
bathroom. That was the problem.
He came on. He started off the way
As his wife,
As his
and
wife.
he got off the plane as his initials.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fool.
That's
a fool
that's
right there.
that's how you do it the
Man,
wrong
stress
way
is really
first.
uncomfortable in my testicles. I better go change.
Right. It's like, was that an inside thought or an outside thought? Whoops.
Did
Yeah.
anybody hear what I just said?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not this sentence. the
Some-
one before,
somebody's-
the one before that. One before
The
that.
that one. Anybody? Anybody? All right. I think we're okay. We're all good.
It's safe to say this guy's not going to be planning a bank heist anytime soon.
Yeah. Needless to say, and if he is, he'll be right on the show next week. I'm sure.
Well, let's
Yeah,
hope he
whenever that
does, because
happens, yeah.
we need material.
And that's right. And the rest of the material that we had available to us was all people who had won more lottery winnings and
And their lives
more
are destroyed.
more Guinness World Records.
No!
all of this stuff.
I'll tell you what. I forgot to mention this earlier. I felt like I won a lottery the other night after the show at the West York Inn last Friday. Was driving home, took that.
I can only imagine what happened for Chris later on.
Yeah.
No, it's not even that.
Oh.
Yeah. No, there was no ass play. Anyways,
Oh, okay.
God damn it, Chris.
no, we were Alexis and I were driving back to Maryland and took the 83 loop to
Yeah.
get back on 83, and ended up going through a checkpoint.
Shit.
Oh fuck! Did you go
Yeah.
through the 83 South checkpoint on
The
George?
business loop, yeah.
Andrew told me about that before we left.
Really?
I think you guys left before him.
Oh yeah.
Fuck. Oh, okay. So what happened?
Well,
Jeez,
so, yeah,
fucking
so-
shit.
Yeah, we were pulling up to it, and like my fucking heart just sank.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
right.
It's like,
I finished the beer that you left behind. By the way,
Well, that
There
wasn't
you go.
mine.
There you go, folks.
I got to do a gym.
Yeah, do your gym. Do your gym. Look the camera. That's right. There you
Go ahead,
go.
Chris, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I don't remember the rest of the night, so
Yeah.
I got roofing.
There you go.
I
That's
think
it.
there was a Bill Cosby. I heard his tab was getting filled. at
That's
the
right.
end.
William Cosby was there.
William.
Yeah. No, so like just as we were like stopping, like the last car that they had in line like pulled away, so they had us go up to the front,
Yes.
and guy like like had the window down already. He's like, so where are you guys coming from tonight? And it's like West York Inn. He's like, oh, there must be a concert there. We just had the lead singer from one of the bands come through. And then Alexis like jumped on it and was like, oh, was it the girl with the blue shirt and the brown hair and blah, 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 like describing her outfit. And he's like,
Right.
yeah, that was her. All right, well, you guys get out of here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy
You
shit.
just saved your fucking asses. Holy shit, dude.
Oh,
I've only dreamed I would hear you say something like that.
And I'll never hear anything again. That was so loud.
oh, yeah. Oh,
Sorry
my
for the
God.
live people. You're welcome for the listen back people because you have compressors on your
yeah,
audio.
yeah.
There
Make
you
it
go.
louder for
That's
them.
right. Got to turn it up.
Everybody's got to suffer.
That's right. If we got to do it, you all have to do it.
Oh yeah,
Dude, that's-
so that
that's
was
fucking
oh my
miraculous
god,
right
that was
there.
fucking nightmare. Because I had to pick a friend up from BWI the next day.
God damn,
So I
yeah.
was like,
That's
man,
it.
if we end up in the drunk tank, this is gonna fuck up a whole lot of
This
plans.
is just really going to throw a wrench in things. Yeah.
it's because Alexis just sold her car, so she just has her company car now. So there's like rules and shit for that.
That's
you know,
it.
but-
Yeah. And it's probably
Oh,
a
my
tractor, right?
yeah. No, it's a side by side.
So that's all you need. Yeah.
40.
Just
like
need
40
something that can
miles an
fit a
hour.
combine on
That's
there.
why they didn't know how to. The police let you guys through because they didn't know how to pull that over.
They're like, I don't know what to do with this. We don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can't fit this on the flatbed.
Where's
I'm a
this
street
register?
cop.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know this farm cop shit.
Yeah.
How the fuck do I do this?
Oh man. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna take that road ever again.
Yeah. No, that's.
Every time, dude. And
I'm
me and
guessing
Matt
it's
have
'cause
passed
the-
it a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Oh my
Because you
God.
get trapped on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I never, anytime I'm out, if I've even had, and usually I don't go out and get like fucked up, but if I have a couple of drinks, I still don't want to go through the checkpoint.
I
It's
don't
a
go
nightmare.
through there even if I'm stone cold sober.
Exactly.
I avoid that like the plague
There's a
because
way to
it
get
always
around it.
happens.
You can go under the bridge.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just, and nobody who doesn't live here knows what the fuck. I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about.
right.
But there is a
Back
way
by
around.
the cove and shit. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just take that back road. You can hit
Yeah.
83.
Yep.
You're good.
Yeah, there's a multitude of ways to get around it. I just didn't realize it was there, and I'm guessing it's because the York Fair was on.
It was like
Could
it
be.
was
So-
Friday night, and dude, I've been past there a bunch of times, just picking up food or going around town.
yeah.
And then that's the first time I've heard of a checkpoint there in several years.
Yeah, it's been a while. Well, because of COVID, I think that's the reason why.
Yeah.
they
Now
kept
they're
all
getting
that.
more bold because they're like, no more masks.
Yeah, it's
Checkpoint
There
time!
you go. That's
now we
right.
can beat them and get their blood in our mouths.
Yay! That's what it's all about.
Finally,
folks.
all over again. I can start sucking the blood of the people I unfairly beat.
That's right. And now that we've sucked enough of your blood, we'll see you next time on another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt,
And Chris.
We'll see you later.
goodbye, everybody.
See ya.
Right.
Keep
Stick-
that blood inside of you.
keep the blood
Or
inside.
else we'll be next to you night like vampire bats in the night.
That's it.
Fuck the police.
Fuck police. Coming straight from the underground, Chris. Right out of nowhere.
All right, everybody. So let's see here. Oh, how far are we all past Hunt Valley? Juan says.
We're about 30 minutes up past Hunt Valley.
Yeah, something
York
like that.
York is about 30 minutes.
I'm
Just
only-
straight up 83.
Yeah,
I'm
straight
like
up
20
83.
minutes away.
Chris is now in Parkville.
I think that's probably who Juan was talking to
Yeah.
Chris. Yeah.
That's
probably.
right. Yeah, I think one.
Yeah.
I told one where I live.
We've had,
Yeah, right.
we've had a
Many
lot
times.
of interactions on
Yeah.
the podcast. I think we're getting pretty close.
That's
Yeah.
right, you guys.
Chris and Juan are going out on a.
They're
like,
moving in soon.
They're gonna
moving
do
in
a-
together. Yeah.
They're going to start their own podcast.
Yeah.
We're gonna start our own podcast together. They'll do like what's his face?
It's called the Matt
Juan-
Stop with
Yeah,
Matt
the
and
Matt-
Chris, with Chris and
Juan.
I was going to call it Juan featuring Chris.
Juan featuring Chris. Number one podcast featuring Chris.
Oh, it's like that guy. It's like that guy who does his radio show after Howard Stern's done on the Stern channel. But yeah, that's,
Always a bridesmaid, never a
right.
bride.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. That's
Story
right.
of Chris Peters.
That'll be the name of his podcast. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
My own
Always
podcast featuring
yeah,
me.
yeah, featuring you. Yep. All right, everybody online. Thank you very much for listening. Take it
Thanks,
light
everybody.
to the two of you, Juan and whoever else is here. Take it light. We'll see you next time.
See you next week.
Later.
Goodbye.
Bye.